What's happening, fellas? Feast your eyes. Here we have a 1989 CR500. Absolutely stunning piece. This is bristling with trickery from one end to the other. It has a brand new motor in it. It's got pretty much everything on it has been customized or in some way improved. I guess I'll start at the front end of the bike because that's the most striking improvement on here. Those are a set of White Power 4054 ACR forks. They're a huge improvement over, this was the first year of the upside down forks for Honda, and they didn't quite get it right, and White Power stepped up. These are a phenomenal set of forks. A lot of the pro riders back in the day ran these, and they look the part too. They're black anodized with the red graphics. They just really make this thing pop. And that also, there's a custom set of aluminum triple clamps to hold the forks. The entire front end on this bike is completely customized. Renthal bars, pro taper, quick adjust lever. The grips are the Pro Grip 801s. It's got a new throttle cable. The master cylinder, the Nissan master cylinder has been rebuilt. It's got a braided stainless brake line on it. Heading down to the brakes, you can see the Nissan calipers are completely reconditioned. It's got the billet mount on the White Power forks. The rims are brand new. This whole bike has been completely reconditioned. There's about 30 minutes ride time on the motor, the wheels, the tires, everything's been done on it. It's got a brand new set of Takasago XL gold rims, a brand new set of spokes laced to the original hubs, which are reconditioned and redone and repainted. The Hoosier tire tube and rim strip is brand new on the front. Heading back from the front end, I guess I should mention the front fender and the number plate are both new, also a new blood red with the white number plate. Heading back to the bike, to the back of the bike, the shrouds are in mint condition, as is the gas tank. It has a really nice Technocell seat cover. If you look in closely, it's a gripper seat cover with a Technocell emblazoned into it. This is not a cheap clone. This is the real deal. Rear fender's in beautiful shape. The side panels are brand new. The graphics package on the bike is done by Christy Steiger, and if you'll take a look at the way this thing's been done with the black forks, the black engine cases, the black side covers, the black graphics with the works pipe, it just pops with the gold rims. One of the nicest looking CRs we put out yet. It's just a real absolute head turner. Looking at the running gear, it's got a brand new set of Renthal sprocket with a gold chain. The rear rim obviously is matching, brand new to the front. with under an hour ride time, just pristine. New spokes. The original hub was reconditioned and repainted. You can see all the shiny new hardware. It's even got brand new sprocket mount bolts on the Sunstar aluminum sprocket. Actually, I said it was Renthal. It's a Sunstar sprocket. The rear tire is a brand new Hoosier tire. These things hook up awesome on the 500s. Brand new tube, brand new rim strip. You see it's got new brake pads in the back. The rear caliper has been rebuilt, reconditioned, and repainted. Everything was done at the same time. The shroud, the number plate on this side is brand new, and it has a Pro Circuit Works Development Works pipe. That's the non-chrome. This is like the factory finish on here. It just looks freaking awesome. This pipe's doesn't have a single ding in it. It's a new pipe that was put on when the motor was redone. Now to the heart of the beast. Actually, before I get there, I got to mention it has an upgraded set of pegs too. So everything's been done on this bike. The motor was completely dismantled. The cases were split. The engine cases were vapor blasted. You can see they were repainted. You got to zoom in to see this. The whole engine cases were repainted. It's got a new a clutch and water pump cover gasket. The water pump was rebuilt. The clutch is new. The original OEM crank was rebuilt with OEM Honda bearings, crank seals, the kickshaft seal, the shifter seal, all the seals and gaskets on, and you can see the center gasket for the engine case is standing high and proud there, the green sticking out on the center case. The cylinder has been bored with a brand new piston. The key and carb has been jetted for the Works Pro Circuit pipe. The head's been cleaned up. The exhaust port's been cleaned up. The entire engine was rebuilt, new piston, rings, circlip, top end bearing, and it's got no time on it. It's just basically broken in, and it absolutely hauls the mail. This thing stands straight up, third, fourth, right into fifth gear. Really the epitome of the CR development. They changed the colors, and they softened the hit a little bit, made it a little easier to ride, but there was really no major developments after that. And this bike would qualify as an 89 for the pre-90 class. And let me tell you something, it's almost like cheating showing up to a vintage race for the pre-90 class with this thing, because it is just an absolute freaking rocket. So third gear hole shots. This bike, if you Google CR500 or go on YouTube and punch in CR500, Honda CR500 videos and sort them by most views, Kenny did a hole shot on this on an amateur championship race against a bunch of brand new 450s last summer. I pulled a massive hole shot, crashed twice and still finished second. The video got 2.7 million views on pretty much the same bike in '89. His is set up very similar. He's got Öhlins forks instead of the white power, but we replaced the forks. He's got an Öhlins shock. This one has an MX Tech rebuilt shock by MX Tech. You can see it's got the new rubber bumper, the new spring. It's all been rebuilt, as has been the fork. This thing's ready to take on the track. The grips are brand new. The bars are brand new. The Renthal crossbar pad. The graphics designed by Christy Steiger Customs. Just absolutely fantastic. Even she did some 500 stickers. So we thought, if you look at it from back here, we talked to the guys at Hoosier about making a 500 only tire and having them put a 500 right here. And they said they were talking about doing that. And I had Christy make a 500 sticker to put on the baffle there. I just thought it kind of pops from behind. If you want to make a statement at the track, whether it's a modern motocross race, show up and kick everybody's ass on a 31-year-old motorcycle, this is the only bike to do it on, in my opinion. The CR500 set up like this, it's an absolute whole shot monster. So I think I covered pretty much everything. Like I said, it's got the custom pegs. It's got a brand new aluminum tip shifter. All the hoses, the fuel lines are new. The carb drain hoses are new. Now, if you bought your bike to a shop in '89 and you wanted to do this kind of work, take it right down to the frame, repaint the frame, rebuild the motor, replace the wheels, put a white power set of forks on there, you're going to be running into the 70, 80-hour labor plus parts. You could easily drop $7,000 to $10,000 doing this to a bike, and you'd have to find one that was, worthy of doing. And we always start with low-hour bikes. This one here, if you look at the frame rails, this is the most important thing on an aluminum frame or a steel frame bike, especially a steel frame. Look at these frame rails, man. That black right there is just from being on the stand. There's not a single ding in this frame rail here, not even a ding. It's absolutely pristine. Just amazing. Can you zoom in on the bottom of the engine cases again? You can see that
trying to show him your finger was in the way.
Engine cases are pristine, and You can see the center gasket, and the drain plug even has a new washer on it. Just the attention to detail is right on this bike. Brand new twin air filter. Look at the frame rail on this side. When we got this bike, that was the first thing I inspected. The minute I saw it, as I leaned it over, I said, okay, this is a diamond. This is a diamond. So I'd like to hear from Junior. He's been racing his for full season, going into the second season on his 89 500. Give us some feedback on what the 21-year-old younger generation thinks about this.
Guys, we've been hunting CR500s for years, and it seems like, especially lately, we've been seeing a lot more late model 500s. And if you're looking for a blood red, they only came in 88 and 89. This one popped up locally, and we snapped it up, and we've held on to this one for the better part of the last 2 years. I think it was 2 summers ago that we bought it. And Chris, my race mechanic, is a big 89 blood red guy. My CR500 that I race is an 89, and I kind of hush-hush bought this one, tucked it away in the corner, and I'm not going to say any names, but, you know, I got pressured into offering this one for sale. I'm not going to name any names, but unfortunately, she's going to be offered for sale. We can't give it away. I haven't seen an 89 comparable. This one has a mint OEM tank. I wish they didn't put stickers over this because, guys, this tank is just as good as you could find them. It's an OEM tank. The frame's mint, OEM crank. This, I would have loved for this to be a forever bike.
Yeah, this is definitely the foundation of this is a very low hour 89 that's been massaged to perfection and is race ready. So guys, it ain't gonna be cheap, I'll tell you that straight up, but good luck finding a $5,000 Craigslist turd and turn it into this, because it ain't gonna happen. You know, once the frames are bashed in and the cranks are worn out and they're never the same. This is a low hour original that's ready to win against new bikes. This bike could win. Neville Bradshaw proved it. Neville Bradshaw went out at the high level in the UK in the amateur racing circuit over there and won some championship races last year. Google it, Neville Bradshaw on a CR500, unbelievable. So, matter of fact, I think that's the #1 video, 500 video. You got like 27 million views. So there's beyond a shadow of a doubt this can compete with the new 450s with the right rider on board. If you're interested in it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. This one's definitely Kaplan America approved. And if it doesn't get sold, we're okay with that too. It'll stay as a backup bike for Junior for this season. But money's tight right now, so.
That's not true. It's going to be stuffed away and mothballed and not ridden. It's going to be put on display. I'm never going to ride this fucking thing.
No, you wouldn't ride it? I thought you bought it as a potential backup or race bike.
We bought it as a backup bike, but I enjoy just kind of looking at it, and I didn't want to play it out, you know.
Yeah, you'd destroy it in about 3 months probably, wouldn't you?
Pretty much. So.
You want to start bashing bars with them and racing them. They go downhill, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the tank will be all roughed out, and
if you cartwheel us down the back straight at Southwick, it would be a crying shame.
Your subframe's bent, and a rock hit the front frame rail, and then you got bumps on it. So.
Yeah. You're better off riding one that isn't quite this nice, or a race-only machine. It is definitely worthy of rolling into the museum the way it is. But whoever buys it, it's their decision. Good luck bidding on it. And as always, God bless the United States of America. Guys, before we ship her out to her, it's going back in the detail shop. Our lead tech, Doc, is going to give it a final once over. I just did some third gear hole shots across the lawn there, so I'll have them clean underneath the fender, give it a final polish. I'm going to have them repaint the side rails right here. Those got scuffed up riding it around a little bit. So both side rails will be professionally repainted by Doc, and it'll be detailed to the nines. It'll be literally ready to roll into the Smithsonian, so there won't be a speck of dirt on it. So this one, don't let this one slip away, guys. You're not going to find a nicer one.